It's about breaking it down, about getting people from the other side of the street. That there's
I
no
don't want to
street.
talk about that. Let's talk about this weekend, my opponent this weekend. I don't want to talk about nobody else. So if anybody got some questions about anybody other than Mean Machine, then your question would not be answered.
You got a pretty committed opponent. Having just talked to him, I mean, this is a guy who does, has paid a lot of dues to get to this moment. Do you think he can give you that fight that will be like a signature fight in your career?
We'll see. Like I said, I've never been in the ring with him. I know he's a hard worker. I know he's determined, and he should be. He got everything to gain and nothing really to lose. He worked his way up to this point to be my mandatory. So I'm looking for a determined fighter come Saturday.
Terence, what did you think of his fight against Ray Robinson? I know he's a southpaw. So what did you think of that fight? Did you think that he won the fight?
I actually didn't get to see the fight. I heard about it, and a lot of people said it was a close fight, but I didn't get to actually watch it. That was the fight that I was actually doing something at the time.
And there was no point because he's a southpaw, basically no real point to watching it later.
Well, styles make fights. Just because one style, gives somebody trouble, that don't mean that the next style will. We got two totally different styles.
Do you think what sets you apart from a lot of fighters is that you don't fit in? Floyd Mayweather was always this way also. Never underestimating somebody, always taking it with the utmost seriousness. Do you think that's what separates guys like that at the top level?
Of course, you never can underestimate a guy like this. He's a two-time Olympian. He's undefeated. He's strong. He's determined. And he's motivated. These are the fights that be the hardest fights to win at times sometimes.
Terence, how much of fighting in this building, the Mecca Boxing, inspired you to put on the show?
I wouldn't say it's just this building. Anytime I step foot in the ring, I want to put on a great performance. I always want to, win in tremendous fashion. So I wouldn't just say it's just Madison Square Garden. It's anywhere I fight at.
The ongoing pound-for-pound debate, Canelo, took a significant step forward in what he did to Kovalev. Do you think he did pass you, or do you think? No. But Lomachenko, getting the third belt.
I don't believe neither one of those guys passed me at this point in time. That's just my personal opinion. Kovalev been stopped before, so he didn't do nothing to Kovalev that wasn't already done to him. That's just how I look at it.
Do you use Saturday night as a effort to sort of underline that point?
Of course, like I said, I'm always looking to go out there and put on a great performance and show the world why I feel like I'm number one pound for pound over any other fighter.
You said you wanted to have fought 3 times this year?
Yeah, I would have liked to fight 3 times.
How come it didn't happen?
I really don't know. Maybe budget, or I don't know.
Do you think it'll be hard moving forward for you to fight 3 times a year? Because obviously you're making a lot of money.
Yeah, it probably would be, but it's just how the platform is laid out for me.
Terence, we're about to see Fury Wilder too. Is that, when you look at that fight, is that a reason when you see it that any fight could happen in boxing, right? You got a top-ranked fighter and a BBC fighter. It can happen in any fight, pretty much, right?
Any fight can happen. I've been said.
So this proverbial streak doesn't exist, right?
Not at all.
Hey Terence, I saw on Instagram post you put Terence versus Bud. Is this a different, like a second era of your career that we're looking into, something like Pretty Boy and Money? Or
No. That's 2 totally different persons. When you look at Bud, he's more cutthroat. When you look at Terence, he's the quiet, outgoing people person doing this type of stuff.
How do you balance that, being the champion that we see and then still being that guy by the homeboy back in from Omaha and showing them love and all that?
Well, we got an on and off switch. There's a time and place for everything. When it's fight time, it's fight time. When I'm chilling, it's time to chill out, enjoy life, be around my kids, and, enjoy the fruit of labor.
Speaking of Free to Load, give us an insight and open up that shop back home.
give you some insight about the shop?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people at home always ask me about apparel and whatnot, and a lot of people don't like going to the online store, so we thought it would be a great idea to open up an apparel shop in the inner neighborhood where I grew up at. And we just opened up the grand opening this Saturday. That's why I missed the Joshua fight, but it turned out great. Like 300 people came to show support. It was amazing, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
You know, people sleeping on your entrepreneurial side, the side that the public gonna say they see you smashing people a couple times a year in dominant fashion, being the best fighter of the year. They don't see like what Bud Crawford's really about.
Well, I don't talk about it. What's understood don't need to be explained. I do things, in my sleep. That way, don't nobody know what I'm doing. That's a good thing.
But you mentioned the pound for pound list. We were just talking about that before. How much stock do you put into that, and how much does it mean to you to be ranked, pound for pound #1 on ESPN's rankings and so on and so forth?
Well, I don't really too much put any thought about it. At the end of the day, like I always said, it's an opinion. Everybody have an opinion who they think's #1, or who they feel #1, or who they feel deserve to be #1. And that's never going to change. But me losing any sleep over me not being #1, no, that's not gonna happen.
Hey Terrence, you mentioned that when you opened up your shop, you couldn't see the Joshua fight. Were you able to see it afterwards?
No, I still haven't been able to see it. A lot of things been going on. I came right from Omaha, came here, and it's fight week, and it's time for me to focus on my fight.
Now, you being at 147, you fought a big Jeff Horn, a lanky Benavidez, a fast Amir Khan. What type of big attributes does Mean Machine pose in your fourth fight at 147?
Well, he's strong. He can box. He's durable. You never seen him like really hurt too bad. Where I never seen him get dropped or anything. So he could take a punch. He can deliver a punch, and I'm ready for a grueling fight if need be.
You feel acclimated at the weight, feel comfortable seeing this is your fourth fight here, you feel, this is your home now?
Of course. I've been comfortable since my first fight. It's just me getting more bigger and stronger as the fights go by in the weight division.
How serious are you about talking about fighting at 160 eventually?
I was just playing because I knew y'all was going to run with it.
Terence was the hardest puncher you fought, whichever way.
The hardest puncher? I really can't say who the hardest puncher is. I don't know. Gamboa was the fighter that, I would say hurt me, but like the hardest puncher, I really couldn't tell.
So if Gamboa, was able to hurt you and you're a much bigger guy, Tank's gonna be fighting Gamboa. If he lands flush on Tank, do you think he's still got the power to hurt him?
It was different because I was careless. If you watch that fight, I had just hit him with an